Happy Friday, April 20th, 2018. Sam Kemble with Workforce Delivery Inc. here. Today I bring to you more of a public service announcement format report, just to give some highlights to some changes that are coming down the pipe in British Columbia that will impact employers, namely Bill 6, which pertains to some changes to the Employment Standards Act relating to pregnancy and parental leave provisions, entitlements, and also payroll tax, which is coming into effect January 1st, 2019. But before we get going, I just want to pay some homage to the picture behind us, which is an aerial photograph of the Rio Tinto aluminum smelter plant, which was taken in 2011. It was during a flyover I was on. I was in a helicopter at the time, scouting out Beach Cove Reserve 5, which actually was just south of where the Rio Tinto aluminum smelter is, and that was the planned site for the Kitimat LNG plant. Then it was sponsored by Apache, but then later would be taken over by Chevron. So we actually did that project labor agreement for the Chevron Apache Kitimat LNG plant, the proposed one, and then that actually set the framework for a bunch of project labor agreements in BC, as it was the first major project labor agreement that had double time out of the schedule, and it set the template for the Petronas, and then it certainly informed the Shell LNG discussions. It also helped inform the wood fiber LNG proposed project labor agreements. So yeah, we were quite happy to be part of that. But in any event, upwards onwards, we're currently working on a pipeline that does feed into, is proposed to feed into the Shell LNG Canada site, and we're looking forward to a lot more work in BC. So Bill 6 is a bill in the BC legislature proposing to amend the Employment Standards Act. And what it does is it actually has some adjustments for pregnancy leave entitlements and parental leave entitlements. I'll start with the pregnancy leave entitlements. Bill 6 actually increases the amount of leave one can take prior to the birth under the pregnancy leave provisions of the Act from 11 to 13 weeks prior to the birth of the child. And then in addition, aligns the pregnancy leave post-birth to that requested before and after, regardless of when the leave is requested, before or after the birth. It's 17 weeks for both. So the key change there was that for those that requested the leave after, like post-birth, it was only 6 weeks. They were only entitled to 6 weeks, and now they're entitled to, those employees impacted are entitled to 17 weeks of leave. Okay, so, and in addition, just of note, this provision, when it does take effect, applies retroactively. So it applies to employees who have made the request but have not yet taken the leave. So that's an important factor as well. So there's a retroactive aspect to this. In addition, there's also, for the parental leave component, there's now 61 weeks of unpaid leave that's in addition to the 17 weeks. So for a total 78 week or 18-month parental leave entitlement for employees. So that's an increase that employers need to be aware of as well, and need to update their business processes accordingly. Okay, in addition, there's a new payroll tax, and this will be important for companies that are bidding projects, whether it's lump sum, unit price, or an open book estimate, or just simply cost forecasting work that's coming down the pipe. January 1, 2019, for employers who have a payroll over $500,000 per year, there'll be a new 1.95% assessment for entitled the employer health payroll tax. So that's going to be levied against employers, and it will take effect again January 1, 2019, it's going to have an impact on your bottom line. So best to integrate those numbers into your forecasting and bid structures. And if you have questions or need some assistance with executing construction, industrial, or pipeline work in British Columbia, please give us a call at 780-886-1679 or have a look at our website, www.workforcedelivery.com. Have a good day.